This is the front brake caliper we're looking at. Going to remove the brake pads. There's a little clip holds this pin in, and then this pin. Well, again, there's two clips on there. The pin should slide out. Might need to coax it a little bit with a mallet or something. Use a punch. I'm going to use a punch to drive it out. That's out. Once that's out, we should be able to push back, since the brake is all disconnected, push back on the pads and wiggle them out. Now normally you would want to put a clip in there to prevent you from having the pistons come back in and give you a problem. Being a little stubborn, doesn't want to come out easily on that side. That side came out easily. Obviously, it sometimes can take a little work to get them out. There, I used my punch as kind of a lever. Put it in there and popped it out. So now the pads are out of the caliper. For a normal brake job, that's what you'd want to do. Let me see if I can get a close-up on the little pistons that push against the pads, squeeze the caliper, and that's what causes you to stop. So since I'm going to rebuild these calipers, I didn't bother to clip these back, but in order to get the brake pads back in, if that's all you're doing is changing brake pads, you need to hold these back, and you could do that probably with a little putty knife or something like that, wide one, to get them both at the same time. Or work one in, then work the other in, and just put them in. Probably need them both at one time because you're going to have trouble angling this in. Okay, our next step, we're going to remove the caliper, and there's basically three things that we need to do to remove it. One is to remove the brake line, and the other two happen to be the caliper bolts, which are here and up top in the same place. This front bolt actually holds the calipers together, and we'll need to take those out in order to rebuild them, I believe, to make sure we've got a good seal between the caliper halves so we don't have any leaks there. But the ones to remove the calipers are the second one And there's a second one on the top as well. Should be right there's the caliper hold-on bolt. There's the caliper, the bolt that holds the two caliper sides together. And of course, the brake line. I'll let you know what kind of tools we need to do that job next. Okay, I've got a 5/8 inch socket on a breaker bar. It seemed like they were going to be pretty tight. If I would have struggled with a ratchet, I could have gotten it, but much easier with a breaker bar. So we'll break them loose first. And then we'll go get the ratchet and take them off. Okay, I turned the wheels to the right so that I could get a better swing at this. And this turned out to be an 11/16. And I was able to get it through, or loose, but now, as you can see, the hose wants to twist, and that's going to make it hard to get off. So a couple choices here. Either you can cut the hose if you want, and if you plan on replacing it anyway, or we can go around to the back and take the hose off. Okay, someone else had already messed up the threads on this brake line here. I didn't want to cut it because I want to make sure I know where exactly it goes before I cut it. And I haven't videoed that part of it yet. So I did the other way that sometimes works. It's really not my favorite, but it didn't look like it was too rusted, so I went with the vice grips, and they did work. Once I get that off, then there's a little clip here that just holds under a flange here. You have to drive it out and the hose will pop right down. So I'm going to shut the camera off and finish taking the hose off, or the brake line off, and then we'll go ahead and pop that clip off. This is what that clip looks like from the top. It just fits around that brake hose. I'm just going to drive it out that way and knock it out, and that should allow me to remove the hose. This is a pretty blunt chisel, so it shouldn't cut it. So just drive it out. There it is. It's off. Now we're free to just unscrew the brake hose from the caliper. With the bolt side of the caliper lifts right off.